milkshake, beer, ice cream, you're in for a treat today. You know what, I mentioned beer and ice cream, and you know what, there's a foodie trend right now, and it is milkshake beer. I'm Jeremiah, your friend with food benefits, and today in this video, let's welcome in Ashley.
Hi.
So we are going to be making some beer floats. I decided to go with this avenue instead of just going right in with milkshake beers, because you know, when you have some dietary restrictions, sometimes you can be limited unintentionally. So we are going to be handcrafting 4 different beers with 4 different ice creams, and we're going to let you know what we think of those. All right, everybody, so as you can see, we are getting all sorts of crazy in here, okay? So we have this hard cider that we are going to mix with a cashew milk snickerdoodle ice cream. We have the organic chocolate stout that we're gonna mix with a dairy-free peanut butter cup. Then we have the raspberry sorbet that we are gonna be adding into this raspberry ale. And then we have this Nada Moo. It is a dairy-free vanilla ice cream that we're gonna add in with this Guinness. So we're gonna go ahead and put those together, and then we're gonna let you know what we think. All right, so we have our beer floats in place. So let's go ahead and start off with the snickerdoodle and the hard cider. Let's move it over here, make it a little easier. Tastes great. Tastes dangerous.
So when we were shopping for this, I intentionally picked the snickerdoodle ice cream because it has cinnamon in it. And cinnamon obviously tastes fantastic with apple. So I figured it would go nicely with the apple cider, the hard apple cider. What do you think of this cinnamon with it?
Yeah, no, this is great. I think that the snickerdoodle was the perfect ice cream to choose with that.
Thanks.
I mean, that's great.
Yeah,
I'm
actually really, I can't believe I picked something so good. You know when you surprise yourself?
Mm-hmm.
Like, I'm actually really surprised I picked such a good combination.
Yeah, you know, not only did I think Ashley did a great job, but to me, when I'm drinking this, like, it's very reminiscent of if you ever go to Starbucks and get their caramel apple spice, it tastes like that. I
mean, you can taste the alcohol in this, but yeah, it absolutely, that creaminess and definitely, it tastes like a cold version of that. I agree completely.
Yeah. So I love this one.
Me too.
So let's move on to the next. Next up, we have this peanut butter cup ice cream, and we're mixing it with the chocolate stout.
Oh, sorry.
It's okay.
I didn't mean to.
Okay, so you know, it's pretty stout, right? So the beer itself, I think that to me, I feel like that's the biggest hurdle. It tastes good, but then when you try it with the ice cream, I don't know, it's kind of interesting. I like it when you get the chocolate note of the beer with the peanut butter, but I don't know that it necessarily mixes properly.
Yeah, okay, so I'm a huge Guinness fan. I love Guinness, it's my all-time favorite beer, and this actually reminds me a lot of Guinness. I don't know if it's gonna taste like Guinness, like side by side, but I will say I like Guinness by itself. I love that by itself. The moment you add the ice cream, to me it ruins the flavor of the stout. I feel like, especially with chocolate peanut butter, it's just not, they don't balance out each other well, and they don't, complement. They don't really complement each other that well to me. How do you feel?
Although when I tried it again, I had mixed the ice cream up a bit more. I feel like if it was like ice cream with a little bit of the stout, it'd be better than a little ice cream with a lot of stout. So I don't think it's bad. It's not my favorite. I mean, it's nowhere close to this though.
Following that, it just makes this, in my opinion, it just makes this terrible. I'm sorry. I love this, and I'm sure I would like this separately, but together, not for me.
All right, I guess we got to move on to number 3. All right, so number 3, we have the raspberry ale and the raspberry sorbet.
Yum!
That just tastes like raspberry.
Soda! It tastes like raspberry soda. Yum!
Yeah, I mean, again, overall, I think that's good. You know, what I'm wondering right now, though, is this is lighter than this stout. And this is a cider, so that's lighter, too. So I'm wondering if it's the lighter brews that are actually going better with this.
That's definitely my opinion. Like, I feel like a stout should be by itself. Enjoy it for that deep flavor that goes great with dinner and stuff, and this should follow as a dessert. These lighter, sweeter. I mean, this ale by itself isn't sweet, but the moment you add the sorbet, it's amazing.
Yeah, I mean, you know, I'm kind of curious. It's not real sweet.
No.
You get raspberry, and it's definitely raspberry ale.
Mm-hmm.
But yes, you add in the sorbet, and it makes it taste like a dessert.
Right.
So I think that's good. I think that worked.
I love them.
All right, I guess let's move on to the Guinness with the vanilla ice cream. I think we gotta mix it some because so trying the Guinness, I feel like Guinness is a very stout beer, and I think it's good. But what I find is that the vanilla ice cream really only makes the Guinness a little bit more subtle. So I feel like if you really want Guinness and you want that extra stout, that, you know, you want that punch in there, then don't mix it with the ice cream, because it's gonna kind of make it a little bit more subtle. So it kind of takes away that concept of Guinness. But I think it's good.
I actually don't feel that way. The only difference I feel is that it's creamier, but you still can get that pungent or deep flavor that you love with Guinness, and it just makes it like the head of the beer. It is creamier. I feel like that's. I mean, if you get, I would just go with a vanilla that's very more bland. I feel like this has a little too much vanilla flavor to me. Yeah,
and make sure that you mix it well, because I think maybe because it's so stout, maybe it didn't mix real well initially.
Yeah.
So like these others, we just poured over the top. I think that you gotta mix.
Yeah, this I feel like, to honor the flavor of the Guinness, go with a very subtle vanilla that doesn't take away from it, because I just love Guinness so much. I don't even know how else to put it. It should not be mixed with any other kind of ice cream, because that would destroy the flavor like this.
Yep.
I don't mean to be so harsh, but like, I like the integrity of Guinness. So in order to keep the flavor and just make it a slightly creamier, I'd go with a subtle vanilla.
So yeah, overall, everybody, you know, when it comes to milkshake beers, I think it's a great Fad Foods. I think that it's a lot of fun interacting the creaminess and the ice creams and the different flavors there with the beers, and just getting creative and just finding out what works. You know, we found that some flavors pair really well together, others not so much. If you put a raspberry with a raspberry, it's probably going to taste like raspberry. It's probably going to be pretty good.
Yeah.
If you put in a cinnamon with like a cider, cinnamon apple goes great together. Mm-hmm. Peanut butter and chocolate goes well together as a peanut butter and chocolate dessert. Maybe not so well
with a stout.
In a cup. Mm-hmm. That's stout. You know, Guinness is fantastic as it is, so you could probably get away with adding a good amount of things to it in moderation. You know, that's subtle, so that way you still can praise the Guinness that it is. I mean, do you agree with that?
Yeah, overall, obviously these would be my go-to dessert drinks, because the stouts, I feel like I want to enjoy them as stouts. But if you're somebody who, you know, like we were saying about the creaminess of the vanilla, go for it.
So everybody, you know, you see it firsthand. We got creative today. We had a lot of fun. And thank you, Ashley, for joining us today. Check out her channel. What's your channel at?
It's Ashley TV, ASHLI TV.
Everybody, you heard it. Check it out. Give a special thumbs up on this video for Ashley joining us today. Leave a comment below letting us know what is a fad food that you want to see us try. Let us know what you thought about this. Everyone, have Jeremiah, your friend with food benefits, and I will see you back here real soon.
Bye. That was so good here. Good. Cheers.